Today's video is on this 1920s oil can made by HSB and Company out of Chicago. I saw this oil can at a swap meet a few months ago and noticed that the way that the pump is designed to pump oil is different than most oil cans being used. I figured I would pick it up, clean it up, and use it at shows when I display antique engines. Once I got everything torn apart, I took it all over to the wire wheel to give everything a good cleaning and tried to get as much rust off of everything I could. I didn't want to sandblast this part as the oil inside the oiler, it'd be really hard to get all the sand grit out of the inside of the oiler, so I just went with wire wheeling it all by hand. I'm not shooting for a perfect restoration on this. I want to just restore it to the point that it works really well and looks better than it did when it started. Once I got done wire wheeling everything, I took it all back over to the workbench and started applying a gun blue to everything. I only apply a light coat of it because I like the color it gives everything. It doesn't give near as much protection as doing it properly, but I just like how it looks. This being an oil can, it doesn't really matter because it has oil on it all the time, so it shouldn't rust anyway. So as you can see on this piston plunger here, the leathers were pretty much worn out, so I ended up making a new piston that uses an O-ring. I went with the O-ring because it's a cheaper replacement than getting leather piston cups. They're still out there on the internet, but they cost a lot more, and if they dry out, they don't work, so the O-ring should last a lot longer. I couldn't remember how the springs on the piston plunger went, so I accidentally put the one on the outside of the lid when it should have been on the inside. So quickly off camera, I took it back apart and fixed that. I think this oil can turned out pretty nice. It ain't perfect by any means, but I'm not shooting for perfect. I just want it to look nice when I take it to shows, and I don't want to make it so nice that I'm afraid I'm going to scratch it, ding it, or dent it. So I'm just restoring it to a good mechanical restoration so it works properly, and that's all I'm really worried about. Let's pour some oil into it and see how well it works. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I make occasional restoration videos as well as revive a bunch of antique hit and miss gas engines. With all that said, I will see you in the next video.